Hello, and welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mama of twins, 4 crazy rescue dogs, and a rescue cat who likes to craft in her spare time. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It sends me a message. It boosts my serotonin and my self-esteem. I could use both. And if you're a returning friend, go ahead and grab your drink, sit on back, and let's have at it, because you already know the crazy we're in for. Hold, please. Okay, so it's been a week. It's actually not been bad. It's been good. I fell in the mire yesterday.
I don't like the texture, but I get what you mean. It does taste like it.
I'm so glad you guys get to hear about the review of the sausage we bought from the dairy from my son. So I went to go buy carrots for my dogs because we give them carrots every morning as a wake up. It's kind of like coffee for them, I guess. I don't know. I used to do milk bone dog biscuits, but one time I ran out and I gave them each baby carrot, and they seem to like that better. And in doing a little bit of research, the carrots are actually better for them. So I had to go buy new carrots for my dogs because I was out. And I had a patch of water on the floor that I didn't see. And I went down pretty hard. And so ended up with a trip to the emergency room last night to get checked out. They are concerned that I've taken the splint off just to get it rubs weird in my wrist, so it kind of hurts. They're concerned that this bone that's in here, there's a teeny tiny bone that you can't always see on x-ray apparently, that if it's broke, it could potentially cut off the blood supply to my thumb. So we're waiting to see if my thumb feels better in the next couple of days, or if I need to go see the hand doctor. Right now it's feeling better, so I'm not so worried, but I also have a big puncture wound where, you know, on the carts, the little basket that's on the bottom, and they have the little things that stick out at the end towards the handle part of the basket, right? Well, apparently when I slipped and went down, I must have punctured my leg with that. Let me just tell you, that hurts. It hurts a lot. So I had to get a tetanus shot. Oh, and I jacked up my back, of course, because, you know, I'm old. So, here's the thing, though. I'm grateful. It could have been way worse. It could have been a little old person. I could have really damaged my back. I mean, I'm grateful. My health insurance will cover the ER visit. It's not a big deal, right? It's just another excuse to sit on my ass. And I could use those. So, yesterday, so I'm rearranging some things with my office hours and things so that hopefully I can maximize my productivity, but minimize my stress, start to bring down my stress levels. I have been going over to Kevin's house to help his mom shower basically every other day. And while I don't mind, that is adding a significant time onto my schedule. So there is that. And then my son is also in physical therapy, so we add that to my plate. And so I'm going to be honest, which I always am with you guys. I'm very transparent about things. And I have a couple cases where I need to be done with them. They are, I need to be done. And so, those are weighing heavy. But one of the things we're trying to figure out is, how do I grow my business to the next level without me having a stroke from stress? So we're looking at some options. and I think it will work out well. It's just kind of shifting. So this week I have court 2 days this week, and pretty low key, but I am taking on some more responsibilities at Dave's office. So that should kick in this week as well. So there's a little bit of that. So yeah, on the flip side, Saturday before the fall, Bean and I went to a craft show, and we were invited by a friend of ours that we have known since my kids were little, and we participated at the University of Michigan. They have a thing called Dance Marathon, and Dance Marathon, they partner the college kids in teams up with a family of kids with special needs. And for those of you who are new and don't realize, my kids didn't talk really until they were probably about 4 years old. They had ear surgeries. We had to do a lot of speech therapy. We've done PT and OT. So we got to participate, and we got to meet some really great families, and there are several of us that stay in touch, but we haven't really gotten to see each other because of different, because life, right? Because life. And so Dawn is one of the other moms, and she's such an amazing advocate for her son and for special needs kids in general. She teaches English at the college level, and she's just, even with her own health issues right now, she's just so, she's a good person. That's all I can say. Like, she's a good person. So her son was doing an art show where it was like probably 8 kids, all with special needs, showing off their art, right, and selling their art. And so we made it a point. Like, was it close? It was about an hour away. I'm not gonna lie. It was about an hour drive. Do I regret going? Absolutely not. Because, okay, so Bean's already got, I think they're on the refrigerator, actually. So Alex is Dawn's son's name, and he does pottery. And Bean bought, I don't know if you can see them. I probably should have grabbed them. They're dinosaur magnets. They're so cute. There were actually 3 of them, but somebody else got to buy the 3rd one. So I'm going to see if Alex will make me the 3rd one. And then another little girl, she was so cute. She even has some motor skills issues. So that's why this is really cool when I show you this. And you may laugh that I bought this, but I did. It was $1. I gave her 2 because I thought it was really cool. It's a paper crane. She does origami to help with her fine motor skills. So I bought that. I have a thing about paper cranes. Like, I want to learn how to fold them. When I was in undergrad originally and away at school, I got really, really, really sick. Turns out I had mono, but I was really sick. And we had an exchange student on our floor who became friends with me. And he actually, because they couldn't figure it out right away. I know, you'd think that was one of the first things they test. In the Asian culture, in one of them, and I sadly, I forget. I mean, you're talking 1990, 91 when this happened. If you fold somebody 1,000 paper cranes, there's your wish for them, like, to get well is supposed to happen. He folded me 1,000 paper cranes and gave them to me. And I wish I still had them. I don't. Sadly. So actually, one of my missions, like, I talked about making a list of 300 things. I'm actually over 300 now. Because what's interesting about that is, wait, we'll hold that thought. So anyways, paper cranes. I love paper cranes. I don't know how to fold them. So there was a young man who does photography, and I fell in love with this picture. He had some really great shots. Forgive my dog bells. I can take it out. But is that not gorgeous? That's a picture that's here in Michigan, and it's all matte. Oh wow. Okay, I might ditch the matte when I frame it, cause that takes away a lot of the picture. We might be ditching the matte, but the matting came with it anyways. So he had a bunch of different pictures that he's taken and reprints, and I fell in love with that. So we got that as well. I have his business card somewhere. But again, Michigan in the fall is one of my favorite places with all of the leaves changing colors and stuff. It really is just spectacular. Yeah, it was $16. $16. Like, no joke. Seriously. Okay, so then Bella and I also fell in love with, the kid's name is Nick Blair, and he's Art Tokus Art. I don't know if he has a website or whatever, but he needs one because that's a reproduction of his drawing. We fell in love with the little baby hippo that was like floating in the water that he had done, but he hadn't made prints of it. But we have print number 14 out of 50. Is that not? Oh, I just love it. So I'm going to try and track down to see if maybe I can't get them to do me a print of the baby hippo for being maybe for Christmas. But he draws that. He draws that. So another, it was fantastic. Okay. So what the important question that I asked last week Monday was, what was one word that you would use to describe you? Determined, I think, is mine. It's a nicer way of saying that I'm stubborn because that's usually what I say. We started our book club for our Jeep babes. We're reading the Magic by Rhonda Byrne. It's actually a series, and everybody's like, did you guys know? And I was like, don't get me started on that, because we all know that Kelly has an issue with, I need to read things in order. If it's a series, I don't jump into a series. Like, no. Even if the book club calls for like the 10th book, I have to have enough time before we meet again that I can read 1 through 9 first before I can read book 10. It's an issue. Apparently, though, I am not the only one who has this issue. So, oops. Okay. So, I have also realized I don't like drinking out of a glass straw, which is what my cup, good thing y'all can't see the front of my shirt, cup came with. I can't stand the on my teeth. So Bean got me my metal straw, but it creates too much of a suction on the lid, so that if I have carbonated beverages, it like comes out the top until it's drying so far down. Okay, so now that you all know that. Okay, so we're doing Whip Warrior, we're doing Dances with the Stars, and Survivor. I'm almost current again. I have to do 250 stitches, I think, on Pandemic. Yes. So yeah. So, and then I'm also knee deep into my challenge of 54 completed projects by the time I turn 55. So, as you can see, I did reprint it. I actually have more than 54 Jeeps on here, and that's okay. I redid my colors because, you know, we're early on and it was bothering me. So we did add, diamond painting has its own, it's teal. Embroidery and needlepoint is purple, and general sewing is gray. All the rest are the same. So, see, out of 54, we're now at 6. We got some work to do, but we got a lot of whips and stuff, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we'll show that. Alright, so first up is Moroccan lanterns. Y'all, we hit 50%. I know. It makes I am stitching this on Stormy Nights Lugana, 25 count, and I'm doing 2/2. Right now I'm only working on the 310, and I have 1.5 more lanterns to do. So I've been working over on this lantern here. Oh, she's so pretty. Look, if I didn't add the colors, which the colors are gorgeous. I mean, realistic, let me show you. I mean, these are the colors, right? Even if I'd never stitched the colors into them, it's still stunning in black, right? The other thing that I'm really, really proud of on this piece, this is the back. So good, right? So we've been working away on that. On Survivor, we're down to 2 teams. Ironically, they are now just blue and yellow. So the red team that got eliminated, ironically, my Self-Love Sampler team. Maybe it's because I finished the piece. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe I have that much control over the world. No, I don't. But dare to dream, right? Okay, so we did that. Then I started, I was in a funky mood this week. That's all I can tell you. So I did start on my boo sheep, because I'm down to the last few of these sheep, and I really just want them done, right? And it can't get done if I don't work on it or start it. And Halloween is coming up, so I was like, okay, let's keep going. So I am using what came with it, right, in the little kit, because they come kitted with everything but the needle. I am only doing, so the call for is actually 3/2. I'm doing 2/2. I think the coverage is fine. I'm not worried about it. So that's a big old pumpkin that sits on top of the sheep. I love it. You know when I'll love it even more? When it's done. I do have a couple of the sheep that I can FFO, which would be wonderful, because again, that would count towards my 54. So we worked on that. Then I pulled out 13 Folds by Carolyn Needle Arts. I think she's on Etsy. She is on Etsy. What do I mean? I think she's on. She is on Etsy. This is what it will look like when it's done. Love this piece. Y'all, I love this piece so much. I actually... Okay, we're gonna ignore the fate of the current status of our country and my feelings about it, because I'm not here to discuss that right now. Someday I might, sometimes I do, but whatever, not today. Anyways, I still really like stitching patriotic. I come from a long line of veterans, and so to me it's important. So I am doing this on a piece of self-dyed fabric. It's so if y'all, normally I would have started it over in the blue, but I didn't like the blue that I had bought. So I did get a new blue, and I really do like it. What I also didn't realize is that it calls for a different blue for the letters 13 Folds. It's even darker. It calls for 3371, which almost looks like black. Is $33.71 a black? If it is, I'm just gonna use 310. I'm gonna look that up, or somebody can tell me down below because y'all are smart. So I did work some more on that. I got the white done on that, on the fold, on the first fold down. So there's another smaller red and then a little bit more white. Because if you don't work on it, you can't finish it. It's funny how that works, right? It's funny how that works. Oh, I did get some haul in. This came from the Ukraine, right? And I looked at her on Etsy, and I thought it was just, I was like, why can't I just buy the pattern? Like, why do you have to make me this little kit, right? Like, I have enough floss. I could have kitted her up out of what I have at home. Here's why. Because Kelly is stupid. Okay, so I made my copy, my working copy. I don't speak or read Russian. So, thank goodness Kelly, she does include some of it in English, thank God. But thank God I can also follow pictures. And I know how to cross stitch, so I'm not so worried. But here's why it came as a kit. So she's actually, you have to stitch on this. And then they already have the pre-cut backing, and she has a little stand. What I am bummed about, and I've looked up and down on this shop, it's on Etsy. I don't know that, I don't speak Russian, but if you want the shop, the link to the shop, let me know and I'll send it to you. But that's the card that comes in there, right? And it comes with the flosses and the little beads. And it even comes with a little card. And it comes in a cute little pizza box. It's not a pizza box, but that's what it reminds me of. And if I could buy a million little pizza boxes, I probably would, because I'm weird like that. But there's no Santa Claus to go with her that I'm aware of. So I'm a little bummed, but it does come with, like, you get the little needles, and the little beads, and all that jazz. I mean, it's a lovely kit, but I thought she was just going to be on. I didn't realize that I was going to have to stitch on plastic. So there's that. Okay, so then for Chickadee Stitchery, I did some product testing, and I actually finished 2 things, and that's why I got 2 more finishes on my Jeep thing. So, how cute are these? How cute are these? They're very well done as a kit. So when she starts selling things, I would highly recommend. Now, she has you doing satin stitches for like the cheeks and the ears. I did acrylic paint markers because I was impatient. And then I added eyebrows because I don't think I made his eyes big enough. But I did them in satin stitch, so I was kind of stuck. So yeah. And some cocoa with sprinkles. Super cute. So, yay me. Okay. Oh, and I got stitchy mail. And it was super, super cute. Okay. So, do y'all watch Stitching and Tea with Bee? And if you don't, I know I've mentioned her before. You totally should. So I won a prize. And she sent me this gorgeous card that she handmade, y'all. Handmade. And then a little thing with a size 26 needle. Always love a good needle. Right? I'm going to set that up here now. I set it aside. And then a little, I think this is a sticker. I don't know. Or a little kit out of a tea kettle. How cute is that? And a little organza bag. But I love this card. It's so pretty. Love me a handmade card. There was also a lovely tea bag in it. But I already drank the tea. So, I don't know what to tell you. I already drank the tea. It was good. But I won the little sailboat pattern. How cute is that? And it's not very big at all. And what's even really cool is, it's got an embroidery pattern as well. Um, so I might have to do the little sailboat because he's super cute. Won't happen today, but it could happen someday. So then I wanted to round. I already showed you guys these. What am I doing? No, I didn't. I don't know. I ended up. They're in my pile to show you, so maybe I didn't. I got the last of the beach boardwalks, right? Oh, and my dog destroyed my Nactivity by heart and hand. The Nactivity row. So I gotta order that again. Oh darn, gotta put it in. It does kind of irritate me. And then for Hometown Holiday, I got the music store, which now that I'm looking at it, I think I own this already. So when I get a little bit more organized, I'm going to see, because I think I bought it and I was going to make it for William, but I was going to change one of the windows to be a French horn. And that's why I think I have it. And then I bought the coffee shop. And then we have the pet store, which I may change it from pet store. Well, I may, on the little bone, see the little bone above the door, I may write, I may backstitch vet for the vet clinic for my daughter. And then I got the sheep for that series to be done. And then I have a problem from Heartstrings Samplery. I don't have a problem with coffee. I have a problem without coffee. So those will go in my pile. My pile is over here, and it's just kind of haphazard. So that's why. Okay. The kids don't know it, but I bought them each. That is my address. I bought them each an advent calendar. If you're looking, I love an advent calendar. Like, you have no idea. I love me an advent calendar. And so, the worst part though is I don't know whose one this is. I think I bought Bella one of like 24, 25 days of capybaras, little capybara figurines. Yes. Okay. This is Bella's. It's the capybaras. Right? 24 days of capybaras. Because Bella loves capybaras. It's one of her. Bella loves animals. So anything with animals, and I know I'm golden, right? So this is my son's, and it's D&D dice. 24 dice. Whatever. Okay. All right. So also from Chickadee Express, she sent me 2 embroidery patterns to work on. They're the same patterns. One is with it's printed on sticky interfacing that you stick down and then it will dissolve. So I started that one because again can't finish it if you don't work on it. It's so pretty. It's so cute. And then it's the same one, but it's itty bitty. I don't know how to do, like, I don't know that I can stitch something that small, embroidery wise. It'll be interesting. Is it going to be done right now? Is it going to be done this month? Probably not. Not even one of them. But she just wanted you to try, like, and to look at the setup, and so she tells you like what colors go where in the stitches. So she said her packaging and that may change before she launches them. I thought it was really well done, and honestly, if you get a chance to buy her stuff, I would highly recommend it. Okay, so yesterday, so I finished the DIA. If you guys remember, I finished the DIA ornament that we got, right? Which got me going between that and TikTok. I was like, I would like to continue doing some more needlepoint. So this is the print I printed it out. The Naughty Gingerbread Man's Club. As part of, because if I'm going to cross stitch all of these other parts of the Christmas village, we gotta have the bad season, like the naughty town. And it just made me laugh. So my debate right now is, so if you do it on 13 count, it's charted to do it on 13 count. If you do that, then it's 5.3 by 8.7. It's 70 by 114, but you have to have a taller ceiling in a gentleman's club because, you know, you have to be able to, like, have a stripper pole. And obviously that's where the gingerbread boy is. But, I don't know. Width-wise, it's about the same as the other village pieces. So I'm wondering, I'm thinking, maybe not do, I have 18 count needlepoint mesh. But I'm actually thinking that maybe I will translate this into a cross-stitch pattern, which would not be hard because, I mean, seriously, I just wouldn't have to stitch like the purple around it.
Keep going.
But I may do this as a cross stitch to fit in with the rest of my village, because it would look funny to have some needlepoint and some. But then again, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. So, we went to the needlepoint store.
Go under.
One of the things that I realized, needlepoint canvases are very expensive.
There you go.
And part of that is because they're all individually hand painted. It's not like you can just Xerox them. Now, there are some designers now who are using like a printer to print their canvases. They're still kind of pricey. So I was like, I think this was. Now, there are some that, because there's been some canvases that I'm like, oh, I would totally stitch that. And then I look at them and they're like, oh, yeah, not for $105 for the canvas alone. So we go to the needlepoint shop and we're looking around. I'm like, okay, yeah. Look, could I spend the money on it? I'm sure I could, right? Can I, in my brain, rationalize it? No, I cannot. So she's like, you know, we have some clearance canvases over there. And I was like, oh, okay. So we're looking through them. I'm like, eh. And then one intrigued me, only because when it's finished, it's 3D. Give me something. Okay. So, I am stitching a 3D dreidel. Am I Jewish? I am not. I am not. Do I have Jewish friends? Absolutely. So one of them will get a dreidel when I am done. Could I do it in these colors? I suppose I could. But I didn't like them. So I made sure that dreidels can be any color. The key point is that your symbols, your Hebrew symbols, are correct. Anything other than that, it's all fair game. So I changed the colors. And I bought silks because I didn't think it would end. Okay, do y'all remember the story about Bougie Cat? And how Bougie Cat wasn't supposed to be super expensive, but I just grabbed the flosses I liked in the annex at StitchCon that year, And Bougie Cat went from being like a $12 pattern to being like $70, 65, $70 with the threads and stuff. My $16.50 canvas it's also very weird to me to be stitching with it on stretcher bars, but it's the way it's probably better. So my $16.50 canvas, once I got, okay, but this stuff is really pretty, and it actually stitches really well. And I could probably use it for cross stitch. But it's Fireworks by Rainbow Gallery. It can be stranded, but for needlepoint you're supposed to use all of them together. Wait, let me look. No, I don't think you can pull apart the way it is. So you keep, no, you can't. Okay, so you use it just like that, which is what I've been doing. So thank goodness Kelly didn't like blow that up, right? Okay, so I got I don't know what kind of soap they are, because the labels, the price tags are covering them up. Oh, they're vineyard soaks. So that's my color palette for my dreidel. You know, the dreidel that I'll never use because I'm not Jewish and I don't know how to play dreidel. But will make a lovely gift for somebody. Ended up costing me $70 total. So we have Bougie dreidel, and I'm fine with that. So the only stitch I really know, she tried to chart out another stitch that maybe I could use up here, and it was not looking good. It was looking really janky. So I pulled it out, and I'm just doing continental stitch. Do I wish I knew some other stitches? Yes. I might do the black down here. I have beige. No, I have the hot pink, like flamingo pink. I may do these in satin. But I think I need to find a good book on embroidery stitches. So I did that. So that is everything right now. And if that's not enough, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to plan for this week because I don't really, look, it is what it is. I mean, it's life. So, right now I'm keeping all of my village in my bag from Stephanie. Now the beach village won't go out at the same time, but right now we have the little farm, and then I have the you have the farm ones, and I have the beach, but the beach again won't go with the beach will go out during the summer. Although then again, and then we have the hometown holiday collection that we're working on, and hometown holiday and Snow Village, and I think I have all of Snow Village as well. I think I do. So it's kind of figuring out what fabric I want to do them all on. And I thought I started. Oh, yes. And then we're also working on gathering up Santa's Village ones. So we're going to work on all of that. So the questions become, do I do my Naughty Village pieces in needlepoint, or do I convert them to cross stitch And what color do I stitch them all on? I feel like I want to do them on like a very pale blue, like for the sky. But I worry that the white won't show up real well. So yeah, so I got to get in my stitches for pandemic. I have court in the morning, and I have some drafting to do, big time tomorrow. So yeah, but that's really about it, which is still quite a bit. Oh, the other thing that I have started is I've been reading The Simple Art of Gratitude, where the guy in the book writes 365 thank you notes in a year, right? And how it's kind of changed his viewpoints and help with reconnecting with some people. And so I started that. I shared that with you guys last week, and I've kept up with it. And it's blowing me away how people are responding. And it's already showing me, I mean, I'm like 2 weeks into this, right? It's already showing me that we don't say thank you near enough to people. That many people in this world just tread on, like they know people. I feel like we all feel like we're appreciative for the most part in different areas, but to hear thank you from somebody, when you're not expecting it. I mean, we expect thank you gifts for Christmas presents, right? We expect thank you. In some ways, you expect a thank you for, a birthday gift. But to just get a thank you note just because, like I wrote thank you notes to Lorelei and Maggie for coming to the dairy that day. Because it really did mean a lot to me that they took the time to come and hang out with me and the kids and stuff like that, right? And I wanted them to know that. When Mia did my hair, I took the time. Mia was actually the first one I gave a thank you note to. And, I mean, she's like, I can't tell you what that means to me. And I was like, it's a thank you. Like, to me, it was like, it was a 5-minute little thank you note. Like, it wasn't, I mean, but to her, it was a lot of validation of things. And she just needed to have that tangible feeling appreciated. And I absolutely do. Like, I love my hair. So I highly suggest reading The Simple Art of Gratitude. And taking on your own journey of expressing gratitude to people. So what am I going to work on this week? Well, other than pandemic, I have no idea. We have another exciting episode of Survivor and another exciting episode of Dancing with the Stars. And we'll see where that takes us. So, remember, you are smart, and you are beautiful. You are loved, and you are strong and brave. You are needed, and you are wanted. And mostly, you matter. So with that, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm His Princess Kelly. Drop me a message below. Find me on the Book of Faces. I'm on TikTok a little bit more too these days because freaking needlepoint TikTok. I did complete the one assignment from Bobby for Whipco, and that was to work on Self-Love Sampler, but I finished that. I still have to find my viral TikTok recipe. I had bought the little pierogies to make pierogi soup, but then we ate them for dinner. So now I've got to go find another recipe. I can buy more pierogi. It's usually on my shopping list that we keep in the house all the time. So, and I still need to work on the periodic table from Julie's mission from last month. So, So I will see you guys next week. Well, I may do a midweek Survivor Dancing with the Stars recap. So till then, bye y'all.